What's up YouTube? Tiffy, Stacey here, and I'm back with another video, and I hope everybody had a wonderful New Year's and happy holidays and a safe one, of course. But I'm back, and this is going to be my series that I'm doing for the next couple of weeks about reasons why your hair may be dry. Now, the first episode I'm starting off with porosity because I think it's really important for people to know the porosity of their hair in order to go on in their natural hair journey and other hair journeys as well, not just natural hair, but I just thought this was a really important start for the series of videos that I'm going to be doing for the next couple of weeks. So if you're wondering what porosity is, here we go. What is porosity? Well, porosity is your hair's ability to absorb moisture. Now, your hair's ability to absorb moisture depends mainly on the condition of your hair's cuticle layer. And the cuticle layer is basically the outer portion of your hair that you can touch and that you can feel. And mainly the condition of your hair can either be in its healthy state, which is usually soft and it's kind of shiny and it's just all good. But your hair can also be dry or brittle, or it could also be damaged as well. Now, if it's damaged, you're going to definitely have to either cut off all your hair or wait until it grows out and then gradually cut off the ends. Right, so you're probably wondering, what are the different types of porosity? Well, there's low, average, and high. There's 3 types. And so for low is considered very resistant to moisture. It's also resistant to a lot of chemical services. And by that I mean, like when you go and get perms and relaxers, usually your hairstyles will have to add more of an alkaline solution in order to help the chemical penetrate and work its magic in your hair. But for right now, I'm going to just focus on the average and high porosities. Now, average is considered healthy hair that has closed cuticles, and I will show you exactly what that looks like in this picture. Now, as you can see in the picture, it's very smooth and the cuticles look very uniform. Nothing's out of place, nothing like that. So that's what you want. That's the type of hair that you want. Now, with average porosity, your hair is usually slightly resistant to water. Now, that means that when you're washing your hair and it takes a minute for the water to actually penetrate your hair, that means your hair has average porosity. And average porosity usually holds up to 30% moisture, which, as I said, that's a very good thing. Now, with high porosity is considered hair that's damaged and dry and brittle. And as I said before, damaged hair, you can never revert it back to healthy hair. So, but with dry and brittle hair, you can definitely do something. There's solutions out there to combat that, and I'll tell you about that later in the video. But anyway, in this picture, you'll see that the cuticles are open. They're like going crazy, and it just doesn't look good. Now, high porosity hair is highly absorbent to moisture. So it's basically dying of thirst. It needs water. It's going to soak up whatever's moisture is in the air, and that's a huge problem because usually it holds up to 40 to 50% water. And I actually have a story for this. I did a video last year about cast-off soap. Now, cast-off soap makes my hair very, very porous, which is high porosity basically. So after I got done washing my hair with the cast-off soap, my hair soaked up so much water that it's just unreal. And I thought it was really, really clean, but that wasn't the issue. It was just because it was highly porous, and you don't want that because the water will, if your hair soaks up too much water, it'll make your hair break. So you're probably wondering, how do I test my porosity? How do I know where I stand as far as my porosity is concerned? Well, there's 2 tests. I have 2 tests here. There's a hair strand test, and then there's the water test. Now, the water test I got from kissforkinky.com. Great blog. Check it out. But first, I'm going to start off with the hair strand test. Now, what you want to do is take a piece of your hair. Well, my hair's pulled back, but you want to take a piece of your hair from your hairline and your temples and the back. But I'm going to start up front here, and I'll just show you. Just take a strand. You don't have to rip it out of your head or anything. Just take it and just I don't think I have one strand here though. Oh well, you get the point. But what you're gonna do is just take your finger and run your finger up the hair shaft, up the cuticle, and it should feel smooth. You should feel a little bit of resistance, but if not, if it feels rough or if it breaks easily, that means that your hair is very highly porous. It has a high porosity. You're gonna have to do something about that. So as I said right here, if it's smooth and resistant, it means that your hair has an average porosity. Or let me actually say, if it's smooth and resistant, it should have an average porosity. If it's rough or it breaks easily and it's dry, that means it has a high porosity, and that has a sad face. Sad face. So, all right, I'm gonna try this water test that I wanted to show you that I got for off of Kiss for Kinky. If I can find my strand of hair, actually. Okay. So I took a strand of hair from my brush. I don't have to pull it out of my head. I'm not trying to do that. But I have a strand right here, as you can see. Ooh, it's 2 strands. Strand right here. And I got my bowl of water right here, as you can see. Now I'm going to put the strand in the water and let it sit for like 5 minutes. Now I don't know if you can see this. Let me move the camera. Can you see the strand? I don't know. Okay. Well, I'm going to let this sit for 5 minutes and I'll come back and we'll see if my hair is still floating. So, but anyway, before I get to that, with the water test, if the hair floats, that means your hair has an average porosity, which has a smiley face. And then if it sinks, that means that it has a high porosity, and we have to take care of that. So it has a sad face. So I'll be back in 5 minutes. Okay, I'm back. Alright, so look, my hair is still floating. So that means my hair is healthy. Yay! It took so long. You have no idea. But okay, so you see that works. So you're probably wondering on how you can correct your high porosity. There's hope for all of you dry, brittle people out there that need help. Trust me, my hair was terribly dry. My mom would always make fun of me about it and say that she could light a match and my hair would just go up in flames like instantly. So, but anyway, one of my favorite ways to correct porosity is apple cider vinegar rinses. Now what you do is add a teeny tiny bit of apple cider and you dilute it with a whole bunch of water, and then you rinse your hair with it. Now I used to rinse my hair after I would do a shampoo, after I wash my hair with shampoo and before I conditioned my hair. But now what I do, I actually do the rinses at the very end after I condition my hair and wash out the conditioner. So I use the diluted apple cider vinegar and I pour it over my hair, and I don't wash it out because I found out recently that water is very alkaline, so it's drying to your hair. So I thought that maybe by adding the apple cider vinegar rinses, it would smooth out my cuticles and make my hair a lot less dry, as opposed to, you know, just washing my hair and not putting any apple cider in my hair. But anyway, now on to the non-alkaline solutions. Now, as I said, I'm not going to get into the whole alkaline and acidic and all that, but for right now, like when I was talking about the Castle soap's highly alkaline, and some of your shampoos are very, very high, alkaline. So try to lay low on those and use those in moderation. I'm not saying that you have to completely eliminate them. Just don't use them as much because they're really dry into your hair and it doesn't help. But also, protein treatments are great. I love protein treatments. I do an egg protein treatment every 2 weeks, and it really has helped my hair. I used to actually do the Apple G, which is right here, the Apple G, and that worked for a while. But because it's kind of expensive and I'm kind of poor, I can't afford to do those protein treatments. But with the Apple G, you do that every 6 to 8 weeks. So with the conditioner, you can also use conditioners that have protein in it, like creatine and like hydrogenized wheat protein. That's always good, but I don't really like protein conditioners. I don't like using them that much, and you really shouldn't use them that much. You should also use those in moderation. But anyway, kidsforkinky.com suggested that you can also get this porosity control shampoo and conditioner, and Rox, spelled R-O-U-X. It helps with correcting porosity, and it comes in a shampoo and conditioner. I think I've seen that product at Sally's, by the way, but don't quote me on that. I think I have. But anyway, also eliminating chemicals like relaxers and dyeing your hair. I'm not getting on anybody about that, but that does affect the porosity of your hair. And if you're going to get them done, make sure you get them done correctly, because there's a lot of chemicals involved, and it can really destroy your hair if you don't do it right. But anyway, and also another way that you may not really even think is heat. Heat can also kind of mess with your porosity, so just kind of do that in moderation as well. But if you use it, that's up to you. But for me, doing all these things have helped my hair become a whole lot less porous, or porous actually, and I've obtained really healthy hair, as you can see earlier. So I hope this helped. I hope you guys are well informed about the porosity, and please give me your comments and suggestions, and I will be back next week talking about pH, which that's a favorite of mine right now. So please come back and see me, and I'll be here if you have any questions or concerns. All right, see ya, and hit me up on Twitter at Tiffy Stacey. See ya.